Most students or pupils are afraid of word problems because they don't know whether to add, subtract, multiply, or divide. By the time you now mix word problem with simultaneous equation, it becomes harder because simultaneous equation, you have to solve for two or more unknown at the same time. But if you watch this video to the end, you will see how easy and simple to solve word problems leading to simultaneous equation. Hey, if you are here to subscribe to my channel or you are watching this video for the first time, hit the subscribe button and make sure you put on the notification icon so that you can get notified when I post new video. Let's dive into today's class. Now we have some examples on the board that if you look at it, you will be able to understand how to solve word problems leading to simultaneous equation. Now, let's take it one after the other. Example 1, a pencil and eraser cost 15 naira and 2 pencils and 3 erasers cost 35 naira. How much does a pencil cost? How much does a pencil cost and how much does an eraser cost? When you are dealing with word problem, one thing you need to understand is that the step 1 is that you must understand the principal element in the question. What are they talking about? If you look at this example, they are talking about pencil and eraser. Now it is left to, after you have determined the principal element that the question revolves all around about, you must now decide by yourself whether you are to add, subtract, multiply, or divide. If you look at this question, we are dealing with two things. We are dealing with pencil and eraser. So I will be representing the pencil. I'll be representing the pencil with letter P and the eraser with letter E. Now the question says that pencil and eraser cost 15 naira. That is, if I add pencil and eraser together, it will go for 15 naira. That means you are buying pencil and eraser, you have to pay 15 naira. Now look at the next thing. And 2 pencils, that means 2p plus 3 erasers, that is 3e, will give us what? 35 naira. Will give us 35 naira. So what's the next thing? The next thing is to solve for the value for P and E. Now we're going to, for the sake of this class, we'll be making use of the elimination method. And in the elimination method, you have to get rid of one of the variables. Then you solve for the left variable. After you have solved for the left variable, then you solve for the value of the variable that you removed in the first place. Now, if you look at this now, I think we should go for P. Now, if you want to get rid of the variables, one of the variables, you have to look at the coefficient. The coefficient must be the same before you now subtract or add. Now, if you look at the coefficient for P in the first equation, the coefficient is what? 1. While for P in the second equation, the coefficient is 2. Now, if I want to remove this P from this equation, if I want to remove this, if I want to get rid of, so that I can have E left, I will have to what? I have to find a way to make this P in the first equation. I have to find a way to increase the coefficient of this P to 2. Now, before we forget, this is our equation 1. This is our equation 2. So how do I make the coefficient for P to be 2 in equation 1? All you need to do is just multiply the equation 1 with 2. So now look at it. 2 times P, that will give us 2P, plus 2 times E, that will be 2E, and 2 times 15, that will be 30. So we're having 30 naira. So this will be equation 3. So what's the next thing? The next thing is what? We have to subtract. We have to subtract equation 3 from equation 2. So I'm going to subtract equation 3 from equation 2 so as to get rid of P. Now, so 2P minus 2P, you know that it will cancel each other. Now, 3E minus 2E, I'll be left with 1E. And 35 naira minus 30 naira, I'll be left with what? 5 naira. So our E is 5 naira. Now, the next target is that we need to solve for P. So you can make use of either equation 1, 2, or 3 to solve for your P. Now, if you look at it now, I'm going to make use of equation 1. Equation 1 says that P plus E will give us 15 naira. You know that we have solved for our E as 5 naira. So it will be P plus 5 naira will give us 15 naira. So what's the next thing? I'm going to push this 5 naira to the other side. And when you move this 5 naira to the other side, you know that it is plus here. If you turn to the minus at the other side, it will be 15 naira minus 5 naira. What is 15 naira minus 5 naira? That is what? 10 naira. Your P is 10 naira. So the next is what? We need to check whether we are right or wrong. Let's check it out whether we are right or wrong. So let's check it. I'm going to make use of the space that we have. Now, I want to check. So to check, I'm making use of the second equation, which says 2p plus 3e equals to 35. So now we've solved our p as 10 naira and our e as 5 naira. So instead of writing 2p, that will be 2 bracket 10, that is 2 times 10 naira plus 3. And what's our e? Our e is 5 naira. So 2 times 10, that's 20 naira. 2 times 10 naira, 20 naira. Plus 3 times 5, that's 15 naira. Now 20 plus 15, that's what? 35 naira. You can see that we finally arrive at 35 naira, which shows that we are correct. Now let's move to example 2. The example 2 says the sum of the ages of two brothers is 31 years. They differ in age by 3 years. How old is each of them? Now, if you look at this question, you know that this is a word problem question. You need to understand that the first thing, what are we talking about? What is the question all about? The question is all about two brothers. So we don't know these brothers. So the two brothers are the unknowns. So what you need to do is that you have to represent the ages of each of the brother with any alphabet that you like. I can say that first brother now. I can represent the age of first brother. Age of first brother. I can represent it what? B. And age of second brother. Age of second brother. I can represent age of second brother as C. Now, we're going to say that the sum, you know, sum is addition. The sum of the ages of two brothers is 31 years. That is B plus C will give you 31 years. 31 years. Now, the differ in age, that is the difference between the age of the first brother and the age of the second brother, should give you 3 years. That is B minus C should give you 3 years. This is straightforward. You can see that if we are going to make use of the elimination method for the two unknowns, for the two variables B and C. B in equation 1, B is having coefficient 1. In the second equation, B is having coefficient 1. In the first equation, C is having coefficient plus 1. While in the first equation, rather, if the first equation, C is having coefficient plus 1. The second equation, it is having coefficient minus 1. So we can easily get rid of B because B is having the same coefficient in the first equation and also in the second equation. So I'm going to subtract it. So I'm going to subtract. This is our equation 1 and this is our equation 2. So the next is what? Subtract equation 2 from equation 1. Subtract equation 2 from equation 1. So that will be B minus B. B minus B will what? It will cancel each other. Now, if you look at this now, plus C minus C. Minus times minus is what? Is plus. So it will be this minus times minus. Since minus times minus is plus. So plus C. That will be 2C. 2C. So 31 minus 3. What is 31 minus 3? That's 28. That's 28. 28, right? So now that you have 28 now, what is the next thing? You divide both sides with the coefficient of C, which is what? 2. So 2 divided by 2, we cancel 2, so you are left with C. And 28 divided by 2 will be what? That will be 14. That will be 14 years. The C represents the second brother, is 14 years. So how do we solve for the age of the first brother? Now, if you make use of any of the equation, I would like to make use of the second one, which says that B minus C equals to 3 years. B minus C equals to 3 years. Now we'll solve our C as 14. So that will be B minus C. It won't be C now, it will be 14 years now. It will be 14 years equals to 3 years. So what's the next thing? You move the 14 to the other side. So it turns to B equals to 3 years plus 14 years. 3 plus 14 is what? That will give you what? 17 years. 17 years. That means that the age for the first brother, which represented by B, by letter B, is what? Is 17. While the age for the second brother is what? The C is 14 now. Can we check? Yes, of course we can check. So we want to check whether we are right or wrong. So it is very, very important when you are solving what problem leading to simultaneous equation to always verify the value that you have so that you will know whether you are right or wrong. So you can verify using any of the equations. We make sure the first equation we say that b plus c equals to 31 years. You know that our b is what? Our b is 17 years. So our b is 17 years. And what's our c? Our c is 14 years. So 17 plus 14. 17 plus 14 will give you what? 31 years. Can you see that we are right? The answer is correct. So that's how to solve your work problem leading to simultaneous equation. Now let's go to the last example for today's class. If you look at that, 2 chairs and tables cost 1,250 naira. A chair and a table cost 1,000 naira. Find the cost of it. Look at it now. So the first thing is that you need to represent each of the elements, each of the unknown with an alphabet. This question is about chairs and table. So let our chair be represented with C, and let our table be represented with T. We have said that 2 chairs, that is, instead of C now, it will be 2C, and a table, that is plus T, give us what? 1,350 naira. That is 1,350 naira. Now, if you have a chair, that is 1 chair, and a table, a chair and a table cost 1,000 naira. So we need to find the value for each. So this will be our equation 1. This will be our equation 2. That's using the elimination method. So if you look at this, the 2 unknowns in the simultaneous equation, the coefficient for C in the first equation is 2. The coefficient for C in the second equation is 1. The coefficient for T in the first equation is 1. The coefficient for T in the second equation is what? Is still 1. That means that we can easily get rid of T by subtracting equation 2 from equation 1. So what do? You subtract it. So 2C minus C will be left with C. And minus times plus is minus. So plus T minus T, you have minus. You have 0. T will cancel T now. Now, 1,250 minus 1,000, you are left with what? 250 naira. Can you see how simple it is? All you need to do is just interpret the question, represent it with the unknowns, then you write down the mathematical equation, then you solve it. Now that we have solved for C now let's solve for T. Then that's 2C plus T. 2C plus T will give you 1,350. This is equation 1. 2C plus T will give 1,350. Now 2C. Now we solve for 2C. We solve our C as 350 plus T equals to 1,350 now. So our C is 350 naira. So what is 350 naira in 2 places, or 2 times 350? That will be 700. 700 plus T equals to 1,350. The next is what? You move the 700 to the other side. So it turns to T will be 1,350 minus 700. So T will be what? 1,350 minus 700. That will be 650. 650. So 1 chair goes for 350 and 1 table goes for 650 naira. Can we check? Yes, we need to check to see whether we are right or wrong. So we need to check to determine whether we are right or wrong. So you can make use of any of the equations to determine, to check. Now I want to check it now. Now I'm going to make use of equation 2 to check. We're having C plus T should give us 1,000 naira. What's our C? Our C is 350 naira. And what's our T? Our T is 650 naira. So 350 plus 650 will give you what? 1,000 naira. You can see that we are correct. That's how to solve work problems leading to simultaneous equation. Finally, we have come to the end of today's class. And I want to tell you that if you are here to subscribe, kindly hit the subscribe button and make sure you like and share this video so that the channel will grow. I will be so grateful if you can do that for me. Thank you so much, and I will be expecting your comment to see your view about our class. So God bless you. Thank you.